France the laborer has died of old age. What a shame. What a shame. You gotta admit that is a bit of a shame. France was such a linchpin in the development of Sipsburg and has now died as a laborer. No commitments. France lived his or her life, I can't even remember whether it was a girl or a boy, on the edge. Didn't want to commit to anything. Just like to travel the open road alone with a stick with like one of those cloth bag things, sort of like in Huckleberry Finn, to transport her shoes and whatever else she had, her worldly belongings or his, can't even remember, but has now died. Has now died as some sort of wildlife vagabond out in the wilderness and is dead. What a shame. Kaylin has become a student, and Dallison has become an adult. Is now working as a laborer. That's great. Our builders should be busy getting over here to remove some trees and some other shit that's in the way of this sheep pasture that's going up. We need 58 logs and 58 building man points, which is fine. We keep running out of iron, and we're sort of struggling to keep up with the demand for tools. We have a tool limit of 50. 4 iron and logs. We may need to actually build another blacksmith. Now that's not something I ever really anticipated, but it looks like it may happen. Okay, should we have a road that comes down here and connects up with that, and then we can make like a blacksmith along there? Will that work? I'm sure it will. I'm sure it'll be fine. We have 62 adults. That's fine. Demaria has become a student. A child named Lamaria was born. We seem to have a good setup here in terms of growth and stuff like that. I mean, the fact that we have 16, now 17 babies and 8 students is very good. The generations of Sipsburg, I believe, are coming on just fine. All right, blacksmith, where are you? You're right here. A blacksmith. We're going to have another blacksmith right in here. We're going to build it right here. Once that pasture is done, hopefully they'll come and start building this, or maybe they'll prioritize this or whatever. I think somebody was saying that there's a way to change the priorities in the game, and I can't remember what that is now. Thanks for that, of course. I mean, I'm always thankful for advice and tips and stuff on how to play the game if I haven't figured it out myself already or whatever. But I genuinely, at this point, cannot remember how to do it. So we're just going to have to live with that, unfortunately. Another blacksmith means that we'll have a more steady supply of tools, which will be good because we seem to be running out of them like all the goddamn time. We're going to need to make a well down here, too. We need to have a well in our town center. And I don't know, I think I might have screwed it up a bit. We might have to build it like here, right before the church. God, this part of town is fantastic, isn't it? Look at how quiet it is. It's not going to be quiet for long, though. There's going to be some really angry sheep living in this pasture, and they're going to be, like, buying and, like, trying to kill each other at all times, because that's what sheep do. I don't know if you've ever seen sheep in real life. And actually, you can almost sort of talk to sheep in real life. Like, if you see one in a field and it baas at you, if you baa back to it, it'll baa back to you. It's actually amazing. If you feel like you develop like an affinity with that sheep for that brief period of time, and then you realize that they're probably not buying at you for any other reason than they just want some oats or whatever it is that sheep eat. Do they eat sheep? Sheep, I mean, do sheep eat oats? Sorry, not other sheep. I was too busy wondering why everybody was... What the fuck is going on here? Where are all these people going? Are they going to do like a baptism or something? What? Are all these people just leaving town? What's just happened? Where did they just go? I think they've just all gone off to do like a baptism in the river, in the raging river of Sipsburg. That's not a bad place to have a baptism, though. It's got to be said. Look, I mean, I call it raging. It's not actually fully raging. You wouldn't get carried away by the tide there anytime soon, that's for sure. Especially during a baptism by an old-ass man who would have no hope of ever giving you a life grip to save your life. I'm just saying. I mean, most people, most like priests and stuff or baptism administrators seem to be old and decrepit, and I can't imagine that they would be able to save your life if you started floating down the river if they accidentally let go of you. I would just like to point out that we bought 2 sheep, and personally I think it's fucking amazing that these 2 sheep are in this pen at the trading port because we haven't assigned them anywhere yet. Wow. I mean, the detail, just the detail in that alone, for me, I just think that's amazing. If we get some chickens, will the chickens go in there and coexist with the sheep? It would be interesting to see, let me tell you that. What is happening? Can you guys hurry up? Have you prioritized this instead? No, nobody seems to really just be doing much of anything. Lemmet the Builder has died of old age, and Kashonsi has replaced Lemmet. Great, okay, now that Kashonsi is on the case, we should be fine, I think. I think we should be absolutely fine. I think these people will get the motivation they need. Kashonsi, of course, adorning battle armor at all times, because he's like the warrior of Sipsburg. Just turns up for manual labor jobs, such as like laboring and building and farming and stuff like that. Wearing like a full golden regalia, like a plate armor set with a helmet and like a streaming banner on the top of it, and everybody's just like, who the fuck is this? And he just gets to work. I mean, he's a mediocre worker as well, which is the hilarious part. He's not even really that good. Old Gravy is literally doing burpees, jumping jacks, and cartwheels all up and down the cemetery. 45 souls for him to torment at any given time. We have space for 10 more. I can't believe it. We're actually going to have to build another graveyard soon. Maybe the next graveyard we build can be even grander. And actually, I made a sheep pasture behind the church where I could have actually made a graveyard behind it. Who cares? Who cares about all that? I mean, fine, maybe it's historically correct to put a graveyard behind a church, but I'm doing things my way in this town, and I'm putting a sheep pasture behind that church, and that's the final word. The graveyard could probably just go like across the street. Actually, no. Fittingly, we'll have a hospital here and then a massive graveyard next to it. I think that's very efficient, actually. Once they die in the hospital, you don't even need the meat wagon. Just take them outside into the backyard and just dig them a grave and bury them, and you're done. I think that's a great idea. All right. Well, on the topic of hospital, once some of these building jobs get completed, we can probably build one. I think we've got everything that we need. How are we doing for iron? There seems to be a lot of iron sitting outside the mine and not getting stockpiled. Oh shit, there's a merchant here. Sorry, mine. I'll come back and make fun of you in a minute. Oh, look at this. It's Marance. Marance has come back, this time bearing cabbage seeds. Do we want some cabbage seeds? Maybe not really. I'd rather actually get like some seeds for the orchard, such as peach seeds or something. Marance, I don't really want to grow cabbages at the moment. I would, however, love it if you brought some cherry seeds or some peach seeds or maybe some plum seeds, possibly pear seeds, apple seeds, and well, I don't know. Oh, wheat seeds. Do we need some wheat? Yes, wheat is a possibility for the ale, as far as I know. Fine, okay. Cabbage seeds. You know what? Just fucking give me these cabbage seeds, okay? I don't even care. We'll do it. For 2,500 big ones, no problem. We're going to get everything that you need sorted out for you right here, right now. We're a little bit over. What is it? Is it 40? So we just need 250. There we go. All right, Marance. Give us these cabbage seeds. We can now make cabbages. And hopefully you'll come back with some fruit seeds later. Bye, Marance. Yeah. See you later, bitch. Excellent. Warneston, the hunter, has died of old age. Kashonsi has replaced Warneston as a hunter. Kashonsi is now out there in the wilderness in full golden armor, hunting deer. They can see him coming from a mile away because of the eternal sunshine that is currently blessing Sipsburg, thanks to Old Gravy, and is proving to be quite a shit hunter. Eugenery, who I didn't even realize was born, has become a student. Partha has become an adult and is working as a laborer. We're out of tools almost. Valoria has become a student, and the reserve firewood is once again low. And that's because we are actively emptying it out to replace it in here. We seem to have a good system going here for firewood, hide coats. Cattle will be a good one to have soon. If we can get a cattle pasture, we'll have another steady supply of leather, which will be nice. And holy fucking shit. Will you fucking people build this already? What is taking so long? Fine. We have one laborer left is going in as builder because God knows what these people are even doing. I mean, this one's nowhere close to being done. Look, there's been 8 things removed of the third. You know what I think it is, though? I think everybody's out here clearing all these rocks. Got 292 rocks. A child named Paul has been born. Also, a child named Reg has been born. Great names. Valoris the Forester has died. There's no laborer to replace Valoris. That's fine. 47 out of 55 graves have been occupied. Old Gravy is moonwalking up and down, doing thriller dance, and genuinely just being ecstatic at his turn of luck. 47 souls to torment for eternity. Sounds good to him. He's pretty happy. I don't even know when it's gravy time. It's spring, so happy gravy time is upon us at some point. It's like a March something. So people will hopefully be able to get some chestnuts. Have we actually had any chestnuts yet? No. It hasn't been 3 years yet. The trees haven't had a chance to fully grow yet, so there's no chestnuts. Once again, for another year consecutively, Old Gravy is going to be pretty disappointed at the lack of open fire roasted chestnuts on the road for him to pick up and gobble up while he shambles along listening to Thriller by Michael Jackson for the pleasure of everybody in Sipsburg. Alright, whatever. Well, there we go. We're running massively out of tools. It would really be nice, actually, if they could complete this blacksmith, but nobody seems to want to do that. We have 5 builders fully committed at the moment. I have no idea what they're actually building. There's no other building tasks other than the blacksmith and that pasture. Oh, there's also this stone house, which is yet to be built. Were they just waiting for some stone? Or I don't even know. It doesn't look like... we're still missing some stone. Maybe it's because it's so out of the way. It's taking them forever to walk to and fro from the town out to the little mineria or whatever I called it. Little Minington. Can't remember what I called this little place. And it was only like 5 minutes ago. It just shows when you get old like me, you start to forget like a lot of things, and it only gets worse the older you get too. How are we doing here? 88 members of the church. There's no other information to look at there. Is there anything in here that tells us about people going to the church? Is anyone... No, there are no nomads requesting citizenship at this time. Okay, that's fine. And we now have... look at that, cabbage seeds. Do we want to like change one of these into... yeah, okay. Come on. We don't want potatoes in this one anymore. We want cabbage this time. We're going to make some use of these cabbage seeds. And maybe we can also rotate these potato ones to cabbage later as well. And squash. That can become potato, squash, and then cabbage again. Okay, great. Jen Carley, the gatherer, has died of old age. Bartholomew has replaced Jen Carley as a gatherer. That's great. A child named Heli has been born. The founder and inventor of the helicopter, of course. And a child named Maidis was born as well. We have 19 children, 61 adults, and 8 students currently. And wow, look at these fucking stockpiles. Are just absolutely teeming with stuff. Lots of logs, lots of stone. Quite a bit of iron as well, actually. We've managed to get quite a bit of iron. It'd be interesting to see who moves into that when it's done. We have Reg born here to Gertrandy and Sabril. Also, Verling Terry have given birth to Heli and Harlos, and it looks like Graydon and Jaquel, the hunter and tailor, have moved into this final house of Little Minington. Confusingly, because neither of them are miners, and these were set up here so that people who worked in the mines could live there. But there you go. I mean, you can't win them all. In this case, you can't even win some of them, I guess. But that's life for you, unfortunately. Thanks for watching part 22 of Banished. Stay tuned for the next one. We continue building out all the buildings that you can possibly build in this game. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. See you next time!